I like an audience.
Yo, and welcome to the 2017, that's what year we're in, right, Sam?
That is correct.
Chester Taylor League podcast. It feels good. We are back, Sam. Fantasy football is back, and what a day.
So I always try to debate the best month of the year for sports. And the summer is just the worst. June and July are by far the worst. And so now that we're out of those 2 months, fantasy season begins. I'm excited.
Yeah, and September sucks too because the Vikings are already out of it for something, or they're going to break our hearts. And, like August is like the only time we can actually be excited for something and not be completely devastated. So.
Yeah, and Dalvin Cook looked awesome last night. I think he'll be pretty good, but we're here to talk fantasy.
Let's talk fantasy. Well, it was a good year. Who won again last year? Jeremy? That douche?
Yes.
Oh man,
it can't stay in the family. That's what makes it tough. It's like, I have all off season just to hear about it. It's better when it's someone who I have no relation to.
Well, it worked out fine. He's the rookie. He made a bold move. He deserved it, I guess. But let's talk a little bit about the keepers this year. And let's start with him since he was the crown champion. But man, tough news for him today. Yuck.
Yeah. It's about the only thing that's gone wrong for him since he's joined the league. Zeke out for 6 games. Ouch.
Could potentially be longer, too, from what I'm hearing, correct?
Yeah. How quick do you think he'll have to draft Darren McFadden?
Ooh, that's I'm going to say rounds 3 or 4.
Yeah, so it would be like round 7 or 8.
Yeah, round 6.
The keepers.
Round 6 or 7, yeah, with keepers. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I think Grant's now surpassed him for best keepers probably with Odell, Julio, and Jordy.
Don't be so humble, Sam.
I decided not to keep Jordan Howard, which kind of surprised me, but with those 3 guys, you're in pretty good shape.
Don't be so humble. And Jordy is actually probably going to be better than he was last year, even though he was still like the number 2 coming back from that ACL. So this guy's the limit. He's going upside. He's going for the win. I don't blame it.
Yeah, who do you think is the worst keepers that's available?
Well, let's see here. Just going through the list.
I'll start since I threw up the question. It's going to be between Zach and Jordan.
I was just going to say Jordan's
You're
got.
keeping 2 guys on the same team. You're in trouble.
Yeah, Zach actually had other options too.
Come here. Guess who just walked in? We're recording a podcast. Grant Anderson.
G-Dog?
Grant Anderson with me. Hey, how's it going?
Dude, Sid, what a surprise. This is great. Sid, take a seat. Surprise entrance by Grant Anderson. So, Grant, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Do you want to be part of this podcast?
Yeah, for a few minutes at least.
Okay. So, do you think you have the best keepers this year?
He's having a little wedding shower, so he's kind of busy, but...
Well, the more important things, Grant, we're glad that you made it. We're glad you're going to spend some time with us and just ignore your wedding completely, at least for a few minutes. Get out of that hectic, stressful situation.
You know what comes first.
Yeah. Us. So, we were talking about all the keepers, Grant. Sorry for the awkward silence. Who's got the best keeper? Who's got the worst keepers right now, G-Dog?
I don't know. I think Jeremy was looking pretty good before today, but now with that whole Zeke suspension thing going on, maybe he'll appeal it, but I don't know. I think I'm sitting pretty good. I think Sam's not doing too bad.
I would agree. Nice spur-of-the-moment comment, Grant. Welcome. So, as far as for Mark and Volk and me, kind of the middle-of-the-pack guys, we have potential to step up this year if we draft well, but we got to make some moves. We don't have those elite prospects like you guys do. I guess I have Antonio Brown, but that's about it. So.
Well, the draft can change a lot. I mean, a lot of guys come out of there and end up being elite, so we'll see. But I think Zach and Jordan are starting behind the 8 ball a little bit. With, when you don't have the top 3 of the top 36 players in your lineup to start, you're kind of starting a little bit behind.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see them trade some of those players and some of their draft picks to get further up to maybe get some of that elite talent that's still left there. Jordan Howard and others that still fell. So we'll see what happens. But
All right. Well, what I thought we could do, Lane, is talk about this dispersal draft that's going on. And maybe Grant can sit in for at least a few picks. But talk about what we're going to be able to do. So, Grant, this may be the first you're hearing about it, but basically what we're going to do, we have 3 new teams. And we're going to start by having them do a push-up contest, a 40-yard dash, and an academic, a battle of wits.
And how many beers they can drink at the beginning in 3 minutes.
That should be the only competition. I'm not sure if you want to win that one or if you want to fail that one. You're just going to... You got like be worse if you win that one. I think you're in trouble either way. But, so then it's decided, then they draft the players that were available from the 3 teams that left. So a few guys that are available: Dez, Amari Cooper, Melvin Gordon, Aaron Rodgers, T.Y. Hilton, Brandon Cook, Stephon Diggs, Isaiah Crowell, and just a few other guys. And then also, they'll be picking 4 times for 3 players, but they're also picking their draft slot. So everyone else who is thrown back is available, plus all the rookies, and they can pick 2, pick 4, pick 10. So we're going to do a little mock draft here to see who they would pick.
Can I do a really mean joke? Can I do a really mean joke?
Sure, whatever.
Okay, this is really mean, Grant, but since you're here, I can say it to your face and whatever. But it's kind of like the dispersal draft is when all of your friends and all your guy dudes, they start dating other girls, and then you're like the last one to get married. So then you date the last of the other girlfriends.
But you know what? She's a lot younger than your wife, so say what you want to say. I will actually give you this stat though that I heard, and this gives everybody else who doesn't have good keepers this year kind of a glimpse of hope. It was 50% of the top 10 running backs, so 5 out of the 10 running backs that turn into the top 10 are come after the second round.
Yep.
So there is hope for someone who doesn't have a running back. Yeah, the new guy won last year. He beat all of us, so
yeah,
it's possible.
50% of the keeper running backs, too, will be outside of the top 20 as well. So there you go.
You guys are bringing fire. I don't like these statistics. That's not my thing.
That shows you why maybe you and G-Dog, especially G-Dog with those wide receivers, that's why you went with Jordy over Jordan Howard. So
there we go.
All right, let's do this mock draft. So I'll start. Who am I?
Let's say Squirrel gets the number 1 pick because he does CrossFit. So we'll pick him together, and then I'll do Bo, who's next. You do Cody. All right. So 1, 2, 3, and then it snakes back. Okay.
All right, I'll be Squirrel. So let's just give him the list of who's there. So you have Dez Bryant, Amari Cooper, Melvin Gordon, A-Rod, T.Y. Hilton, Brandon Cook, Stephon Diggs, Crowell Wilson, Tyreek Hill, Ingram. And then that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go number 1 overall. I'm going to go, no Zeke. I'm going to go Dez Bryant, number 1. Zeke's gone for 6 weeks. I think Dak Prescott's going to focus in on him. They're going to have to really feed him the ball to keep the offense rolling. He'll get targets galore this year.
Okay, and if I'm number 2 and I'm both, this is where the decision gets tough. I'd agree with Dez number 1. But I have to go probably T.Y. Hilton. The uncertainties with luck make it a little bit less happy, I guess, like less exciting, a bunch of healing. But I don't know. I would say I'd probably go T.Y. Hilton. And hey, since we got Grant here, while he's here, why don't we just have him pick it as Cody? So you're the number 3 and 4 pick. You get 2 in a row. I think definitely Amari looks tempting, but I think, Crabtree's kind of the guy there. I mean, as much as they want to say Amari is the man, I don't know. I think you almost got to go with Melvin Gordon because, top 10 running back right there. In the draft, at least, if he can keep his game together like he did last year. But that's where I'd go. Okay. And then you get number 4, too, so you can take whoever you want after that. Then you got to go Cooper. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I would do. Okay, so he went Gordon and Cooper. This is probably a tough pick too. I would probably go Brandon Cooks here.
Yep.
Start out with those 2 wide receivers. Get some high upside guys so you can maybe turn them into long keepers. both still have a few years left, so if they both turn out, you got pretty good keepers.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know what. I mean, the sixth player in this, whoever picks one is gonna. The sixth player is automatically not gonna be good. All those five should be picked top five. I'm just gonna go with the upside here, and I'm gonna go to the guy who's gonna get the most targets this year, and that is Tyreek Hill.
Oh, hot take! Wow.
Yep, he's in an offense that he will run the ball. He'll have the most touches of any offensive player this year in the NFL. Hot take.
All right. Then if that's the case, then good pick. All right, you got one more.
Got one more. Then I'm going to go with. You need a quarterback in this league with six touchdowns, but I'm going to pass on Russell Wilson. I don't think they pass the ball as much this year as they did last year. I'm going to go Stephon Diggs.
Now, did you know Aaron Rodgers is still available?
Oh my goodness, Aaron Rodgers! I did not. I totally passed him up. Son of a gun.
I was going to say, like, you're passing on Russell Wilson when there's a better QB available. Okay, so
Yep.
I'm guessing you're taking Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, actually, I would have picked Aaron Rodgers before I picked Tyreek as well. So,
Okay,
my
and
mistakes.
I knew Rodgers was available and Cooks was on the board, but I'd still rather have a receiver. With this, this is probably the point where I would take the pick. With pick 2, you're talking either Jordan Howard or probably Leonard Fournette, one of the rookies, someone who can still be an elite talent that's coming back to you at the running back position. And in a non-PPR league, I want a really good running back. So now that I've got those 2 receivers, I would take that pick 2 and run with it.
Not a bad way to go. I would agree with that. I don't think you're going to go wrong with Fournette or Howard. You're not going to do much better than that at the RB position as far as number of touches, primary backs, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you can either take the pick or a player. Yeah. So pick 4 or Tom.
I think, there's not really anybody there that I'm super happy with. Russell had kind of a down year because of that leg injury, and he wasn't able to run around as much as he would, but I still don't want to take him in the 3rd round, kind of per se. I'd probably pass 2 and do that pick, too.
Okay, so you want pick 4 then, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you got one more.
So, one more?
Yep, and that's it.
Oh, well then, I guess I'm going Crowell just because of the volume that he's going to get.
Is he, though?
Yeah, they improved that offensive line, too. He could be pretty good this year. So your final tally comes out Melvin Gordon, Amari Cooper, Isaiah Crowell, and pick 4. Lane, where do you think that team ranks among? I got head out. Yeah. Are you guys?
G-Dogs, he did.
Where do you think that team would rank among the keepers? Middle of the road, probably around where yours and Marks and Volks are at.
Yeah. I think all 3 of those teams are going to be right in the middle of where me, Volk, and Mark are at.
Yeah, I'd agree. For my final pick, I'd take Diggs. I just think, again, upside is huge. So I have 3 high upside wide receivers, and I'm going to get 1 dominant running back. I think that's a great way to start the draft, and at least I kind of have a high floor and a high ceiling with that.
Yep. Nope, I agree. And all 3 of those wide receivers could turning out being something special for years. So,
Yeah.
I like it. Well, as
All right.
far as those sleepers, a bust for you? Do you got a bust for the sleepers available?
I'm going with Tyreek Hill, actually.
Okay. Explain.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening. He's too small.
Too small. That's what they said about Percy. And
Percy's
Antonio Brown.
small.
But, okay, well, I'm actually going to go with the guy you picked first, T.Y. Hilton.
Well, with luck out, I can see why. Is that why you're thinking?
Even if Luck is in, I guess his injury, 1 good shot, and it's back to being broken again. It's back to a long-term injury, and I think the wide receiver corps in Indianapolis is actually getting better with time, where T.Y. is not going to see the amount of targets he got before. T.Y. is also one of the most inconsistent week-to-week players, so he's not a guy I'd like to own unless it's a best ball circumstance. So, he's just kind of a guy that I try to stay away of unless the value's too much to pass up on. But yeah, with Luck being iffy, and the growing wide receiver corps. So I'm going to stay away from Ty.
Okay, man. Do you have a sleeper and a bust for the entire season?
Oh, do I got to give that away now?
Sure.
So I think Matt Forte is going to be the steal of the draft this year.
Really?
I think it's going to be Dump Off City, and I think Bilal Powell had enough time to try to earn himself away. But I think Forte is going to catch 6 to 7 balls a game, and I think he's going to get at least 15 carries, and he's going in like the 12th or 13th round. I don't think you can pass up on that kind of value. Even though he's Matt Forte and Powell's there, that's too much to pass up on.
Okay. After watching last night, I think that Dalvin Cook could be a top 10 running back this season. He, man, they just targeted him so much. It was unbelievable. It was like every play was just Dalvin Cook, Dalvin Cook, Dalvin Cook. And that's even after Latavius Murray comes back. I don't care. I think the guy's going to be really good this year.
What do you think about your guy, Jerick McKinnon? You don't think he's going to get back in the swing of things and take some of those reps?
No, but I think the talent will prevail, and just Cook's pedigree will speak for itself.
Sure hope so. I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Well, that's it we got for this week, guys. We're going to try to keep them shorter. This one was only about 16 minutes, so we hope you guys enjoyed. G-Dog, thanks for the surprise entrance. That worked out perfect. And we'll see you guys on 2 Mondays from now, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. Sounds good, guys.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.